Hi guys, and welcome back to Callie J's Kitchen. In today's video, I'll take you guys back in the kitchen with me and we are going to fry some dumplings. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notification bell so you guys can always be notified whenever I upload a new video. Go ahead and tell your friends, tell your family members about Callie J's Kitchen and have them subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook, it's Callie J's Kitchen, and also on Instagram, it's CallieKitchen_1. Here I have my big bowl, and just a note, guys, you can always go ahead and use all-purpose flour, or you can just use some counter flour. I will go in with my counter flour, of course. Once I add my counter flour, I'm going to go in with some salt, and I will also go in with my baking powder, and I will also add a small amount of the cornmeal. Now, the cornmeal is optional. If you don't want to add any cornmeal, then it is fine. You can always go ahead and substitute that. However, I decided to add just a little bit. Once I add all of that goodness, I'm just going to combine all of that ingredients together nicely. And of course, you want it to be evenly distributed. Note, guys, that for this recipe, I will be using cold water. All right, so we're just gonna take our time and add the water, and no need to worry if the dough is a little bit soggy. What you can do at the end, you can always go ahead and add a little bit of the loose flour just to get rid of that sogginess. So once the dough comes together nicely, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cover it and leave it there to rest for roughly about 15 minutes. Now, all of these ingredients that I'm using today, you can get it at your local supermarket or grocery shop. Remember to be creative, remember to be you in the kitchen, and most of all, utilize whatever you have at home. Now you can always have these amazing fried dumplings with some chicken. You can have it with some salt fish, salt mackerel, some red herring, whatever you have at home. Just be creative and always remember to be you in the kitchen and utilize whatever you have at home. And also, guys, you can always go ahead and make this for breakfast. You can make it for lunch. The entire family will love it. And of course, if you're having a little party, you can always go ahead and add some fried dumplings on the menu. All right, so after 15 minutes I allow the dough to rest, like I said earlier, and this is what it looks like. So to get rid of some of that stickiness, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add a little flour all over it. Now I'm gonna go in and of course pull my dough apart, and once I pull my dough apart, I want it to be even. Now you can always go ahead and make up your dough in any shape and also any size that you want your dumpling to be. I want mine to be a little bit I want it to be small, and of course I'm going to make it in a circle. However, like I said, you can always go ahead and make up any shape that you want and your family love. So once I pull my dough apart, of course I'm going to roll it in a circle. And you can always go ahead and just follow along and let me know in the comment section what you would have this amazing fried dumpling with, and also what you think about it. I do understand that some persons, it's a little bit difficult for them to make fried dumplings. I just want to tell you guys to just be patient with yourself and just keep on practicing. Eventually you will get it. Remember that cooking is about being creative, and you just have to try until everything comes together. So this is the pot that I'm going to prepare my fried dumpling in. Of course, I went in and add some oil, allow it to hot, and I turn my stove on low heat. And like I said, I'm not going to make any fancy shape, just a circle, and put them in the hot oil and allow it to fry. No, you don't want to turn up your stove on high heat, because if you turn up your stove on high heat, it's going to be a possibility that the dumpling is going to fry on the outside, but the inside is going to be raw, and you do not want that. So you want to turn your stove on low heat and just allow it to cook nicely. All right, so once I add the dough to the hot oil, I'm going to allow it to fry, and then we're going to come back, and of course we're going to flip it over on the other side. Now I serve mine up with some cook up saltfish, and you can always go ahead and do the same. I do have a video on my channel for cook up saltfish. You can always go ahead and check that out, or like I said, you can always go ahead and have salt mackerel. I do have a video on my channel as well for salt mackerel. So now we're gonna go in and of course flip our dumpling over on the other side. And just a note, just to be cautious, you guys don't want to use your hand like me. All right, you want to use a fork to just turn them over on the other side. So once they're finished, we're gonna come back and of course I'm gonna show you guys the final product. These were really amazing. They were crunchy on the outside and the inside was just lovely. All right, so they're finished frying now, so we're just going to take them out of the hot oil, and of course we're going to place them in this container that is lined with paper towel. You want to always line your container with the paper towel so that the excess oil can drain. All right, so in a few minutes I'll show you final product. And this is it guys, the final product of my amazing fried dumplings. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. I hope you guys go ahead and subscribe. Guys, we're almost at 10k. We're 7 subscribers away. Can you believe it? I'm having so much fun over here. But go ahead and subscribe and make sure you share with your families and your friends and tell them about Callie J's Kitchen. Bye guys, and thank you so much for watching.